more about top secret document leakage that may have hurt hostage release efforts, and also a bill that may encourage the Haredi evaders, those who are escaping military service in Israel. Shalom, today is November 4th and it is day 395 of the war in Israel. We're in Yediot Achronot newspaper here. Let's read the headlines. Pagi'a efsharit, a possible hurt in achieving the release of the hostages. Here, this is the issue of Mismachim Sodiyim, top secret documents, and he is the main suspect. He is the speaker of the Prime Minister in security matters, Eli Feldstein. We'll read more about it inside. And here the big black words is Hasarim Ishru. The ministers approved subsidizing daycare for the evaders. So instead of taking away provision for those who are evading the military service, some ministers are approving daycare subsidies, so it's giving them a gift. It will encourage them to evade the Israeli Defense Service. Israel b'milchama, Israel's at war. And Eli Feldstein, he's the Prime Minister's speaker for security matters in the last year. He's the main suspect in this case of top secret documents that were leaked. Here he is in a military base, top secret military base with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and this is despite the claims from the Prime Minister's office that he did not go with him on top secret military visits. So there we are. We see a picture of him with Prime Minister Netanyahu on a military base. Ish halishka b'shirut Netanyahu chashud merkazi b'parasha chamura. Ish halishka means the man in the office under Netanyahu is the main suspect in this severe case. It has been causing a storm in the office, the Prime Minister's office, and it raises many questions, she'elot rabot in Hebrew, she'elot rabot, many questions on how the Prime Minister's office operates. The leakage of these top secret documents may have hurt the hostage release efforts that so many of the security entities are working on. The court said this release of these top secret documents may have hurt efforts to release the hostages that the security departments are working on. In this article, they explain who are the arrested ones, what are the accusations against them, and why in Netanyahu's surrounding they are disclaiming this man, Eli Feldstein, saying he did not work with us or for us, which is not true. Now, the opinion article right before this explains that it is not the leakage that's the problem, because leakage does happen even though it's severe. It's not the intelligence leak that's the main problem. It is actually the falsehood that's involved here, using top secret documents, altering them, changing them a little bit, releasing them in order to benefit from them. And that's wickedness. And that is the main problem here that has been just in Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel's office. In short, this man, Eli Feldstein, was asked by Benjamin Netanyahu, according to the suspicions, to speak to certain higher up people and ask for certain top secret documents, to alter them and then release them to foreign media. So Benjamin Netanyahu later quoted foreign media from England and from Germany, quoting their articles about certain documents that they received from Israel, and used it as, you can say, weapons or as information and as resources to influence the public opinion in Israel regarding the hostage deals. For one instance is that he used the the Philadelphia route that was so important to Netanyahu to hold on to, which sabotaged one of the hostage release deals. This was just not true. He claimed, according to this altered top secret document, that the hostages will be smuggled through Philadelphia to Egypt, but there was never any danger like that. So here he is, he's using top secret documents, altering them and using them for his own benefit to influence the public opinion in Israel about him and about his decisions. So it is very much falsehood, and again, these are just accusations, nothing is yet set, and the courthouse is in the middle of all of this. We have to say Eli Felderstein is just one out of 4 more suspects that were arrested. And according to what I read, the investigation is continuing, and we'll be hearing more and more about this very severe case. Israel b'milchama. Yesterday, more than 100 rockets and at least 6 unmanned aerial vehicles that were launched from Lebanon into Israel. And the suspect is, ha'aracha, assessment, that there was another effort to harm Prime Minister's house in Caesarea. To remind you, 2 weeks ago, an unmanned aerial vehicle exploded above Prime Minister's house in Caesarea, and it hit his window. Nobody was inside, thank God. And yesterday there was another one that really came really close, and the intelligence shows that it was aimed to his home. And these 2 photographs we see on the right, interceptions of rockets in the western Galilee, and on the left we see an explosion of the unmanned aerial vehicle near Eliakim, which is also in the north. Down here reads, 11 days later, the Naharia resident that was critically injured from fragments of an interception passed away. Yesterday morning, he was 57 years old, and his name is Edward Slolov. Despite the many operations on his body, he passed away, and it reads here, he also saved 2 children from drowning during his life, and he was always ready to help, his nephew said. May his memory be blessed. The next headline is about the government trying to find a back door, delet achorit, to the law of evasion from the military service for the Haredim. To remind you, Shas, which is the Ultra-Orthodox party in the government, has demanded a law that will allow their Haredi people to continue to evade the military service, to drop the service responsibility in order that they can continue to study Torah. But all of this is with the tax-paid money. Okay, so the government and the taxpayers pay for them to study Torah instead of going to the military and serving there. So the law of evasion did not pass, but here it is, the government is still trying to keep Shas under the coalition, because it gives them the power and ability to continue a coalition, by giving them a backdoor, and this is the law, to heavily subsidize daycare for those who are evading the military service. It's called the daycare law. And the ministers voted for it, and now it will probably during Wednesday, it will go up to the Knesset for a vote. The meaning of it is that the Haredim yamshichu lo laset banetel. The Haredim will continue not to carry the burden together. Velekabel kesef me'amedina, and continue to receive money from the taxpayers in the government. But there are some ministers in the coalition that are against this, and it seems like there will not be a majority. So there is much controversy over this law and over the daycare subsidies, because it encourages Haredim to continue not serving in the military. And here it is, this is in a triangle this time, Hashivyon Banetel, the equality in the carrying of the burden. Here we see Smotrich, Baharav Miara, Yariv Levin, and Benjamin Netanyahu. And background, Bruchim Habaim, welcome to the enlistment office in Tel HaShomer. This is the main place, the main base where people like me, when they're 18, will enlist to the IDF service. To continue that topic, here's another article that explains that out of 3,000 enlistments that were given to Haredi, only 240 Haredim actually showed up. That is only 8% that is from the Haredi population that is serving in the military. And to remind you, there is heavy shortage of manpower and of fighters in the IDF, as many have been killed, injured, unqualified anymore, and we need more and more people. We need the Haredim with us. The next article is a cool article about the hunters of the unmanned aerial vehicles. It's called Tzayadei HaKadbamim. They're interviewing here F-16 and Apache pilots that they explain the story how in the beginning they couldn't find these unmanned aerial vehicles. They say it's like looking for an ant in a highway. It's very, very hard, but throughout the year, they've gained control, technology, and skill on how to identify these deadly vehicles that are coming from the east and from Lebanon, from Hezbollah. It's quite a unique article. Here in the picture, we see the window of Prime Minister's home in Caesarea that was hit by one of these vehicles shot from Lebanon. Big news, even in Israel, it's the anticipation or excitement or adrenaline towards the elections in the US that is happening tomorrow. And it says 55 million people tomorrow, about a sixth of all of the US population, is going to choose the identity of the man and woman in the most important job in the world. We see Trump, we see Kamala, and they're speaking about the key states here, who is voting for who, blue, red, an informative article towards the votes tomorrow. We pray that God's will is done. Last headline raises mixed feelings. This is about Roni Eshel's sister. Roni Eshel was a lookout soldier in Nahal Oz base that was hard hit, and so many people and soldiers were killed there on October 7th. And her sister has been enlisted. Her parents are sending her to the IDF. Here are her parents, father and mother. Her sister is Yael. They're sending her with mixed feelings. Even though Yael wanted to be in a position like her sister, she understood while they were sitting in the mourning week after Roni's death, she understood that she cannot be in such a position, but she's happy to serve, willing to serve, and hoping that this will connect her to Roni in a way. This is all for today. Thank you for watching. Continue to pray for Israel, for wisdom, for the government, for the Knesset, for the soldiers. Rockets are still bombarding our north. Thank you for standing with us and watching us. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. This is Rotem again for All Israel News.